The promise of the Western world is dying in silence. A few days ago, on the Diary of a CEO, Canadian leader Pierre Poilievre delivered a warning that should have sent shockwaves through every household in America. He didn't just talk about numbers. He talked about a socialism for the rich that is systematically dismantling your life. Welcome back to Broken Economy. I am Ren. I'm driving through the coastal suburbs of San Diego today. From this dashcam, everything looks normal. The palm trees are still here. The Pacific is still blue. But if you look closer at the storefronts, the housing clusters, and the stress on the faces of people at the gas pumps, you'll see the physical evidence of the collapse Poilievre warned us about. Today, we are going deep. This isn't a 3-minute clip. This is a 15-minute investigation into the liquidation of the middle class. We are going to connect Poilievre's macro warnings to the micro reality of 2026. We are going to talk about the Cantillon Effect, the housing permit hoax, and why a $100,000 salary has become the new poverty line. Let's start with the money. Poilievre highlighted a term that most people ignore: the Cantillon Effect. When the government prints trillions of dollars to fund its deficits, that money doesn't just evaporate. It enters the system through the top. The connected elites, the big banks, and the corporate giants touch that money first. They spend it while it still has its full purchasing power. By the time that money trickles down to your paycheck in San Diego or your small business in Poway, its value has already been stripped away by inflation. You aren't getting poorer because you aren't working hard enough. You are getting poorer because the currency in your pocket is being harvested at the source. Look at the gas prices I'm passing right now. Look at the menu prices in these empty restaurants. These aren't market adjustments. This is the sound of a currency dying. Poilievre noted that Canada and the US are making a massive strategic mistake by ignoring their own resources and crushing their own workers with industrial carbon taxes and hidden fees. In San Diego, we feel this socialism for the rich every time we open our utility bills. We pay some of the highest electricity rates in the nation to monopolies that have zero incentive to lower costs. It's a survival tax. And according to the logic of the broken economy, this is exactly how the system was designed to work. Now, let's talk about the housing hoax. Poilievre used a simple penny to show how much land we actually have. We have an abundance of space, yet we have a housing crisis. Why? Because the gatekeepers have turned the American dream into a regulatory nightmare. In 2026, it can take 7 years to approve a simple subdivision. The consultants, the lobbyists, the inspectors, they all get their cut before a single brick is laid. As I drive through these residential neighborhoods, I see the for sale signs that have been standing for months. The prices aren't dropping because the inventory is low. They are high because the permit hoax has made it impossible to build affordable units. If you can't own your home, you are a tenant in your own country. You are a recurring revenue stream for the institutional landlords. This is what Poilievre meant when he said the middle class has been thoroughly screwed over. When a 3-5-year-old high achiever is forced to live in their parents' basement, the social contract is officially void. The promise that work equals progress has been replaced by debt equals existence. The interview also touched on a dangerous shift in the world order. Poilievre warned about the rise of authoritarian powers, while the Western alliance fragments, but the real war is happening right here, on our computers and in our banks. We discussed the intelligence utility trap in previous episodes, but Poilievre added a new layer: the strategic mineral and energy dominance. While the West is distracted by internal divisions and wokeism, the real infrastructure of the future is being captured by those who understand the value of resources. Look at the naval bases and the high-tech hubs I'm driving past. We are living in a region that should be the center of global energy and innovation. Instead, we are seeing a Department of War AI signing contracts with Silicon Valley, while the average worker struggles to buy a bag of groceries. We are training the very machines that are being built to optimize us out of our jobs. The wealth is being concentrated in the servers, while the debt is being distributed to the people. This brings us to the $100,000 poverty line. Poilievre's interview was a wake-up call for those who still think a six-figure salary is a sign of success. In the San Diego of 2026, $100,000 is a survival struggle. Between the hidden taxes, the soaring insurance premiums, and the cost of being in a metered society, there is nothing left at the end of the month. The broken economy isn't just about inflation, it's about the liquidation of the soul. Poilievre noted that when people lose control over their lives, they lose their happiness. Canada has dropped from 5th to 25th in the happiness index. The West is becoming a place of silent desperation. I see it in the eyes of the people I pass on my route. I see it in the ghostly silence of the suburban shopping malls. The velocity of money has stopped because the people have been drained. Poilievre ended his talk by quoting the poem Invictus. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. It's a beautiful sentiment. But how can you be the captain of your soul when the ship is being sold for parts by the people who are supposed to be steering it? The first step to regaining control is to document the truth. We need to be the 404 error in their perfect spreadsheet. We need to show the world the physical evidence of this liquidation. If you are watching this, look around your city today. Are the restaurants standing empty while the stock market hits record highs? Are the for sale signs multiplying on your street? Are your local utility bills higher than your car payment? Go to the comments right now. Tell me the one thing in your city that feels the most broken. Poilievre was right. The economy is about to collapse because it has forgotten the people who build it. We aren't just watching a documentary. We are living through a clearing of the accounts. Subscribe to stay awake. Join the community at Broken Economy. I'm going to keep driving. I'm going to keep filming. And I'm going to keep showing you the world as it actually is, not as they want you to see it. The harvest is here. Be the master of your own truth. I'll see you on the next street.